The weekend is finally over. It is time to talk about the Thunderbolts box office. And we also have to talk about that title change. Apparently, the film has now been rebranded as the new Avengers. Is this a hit or is it a miss? Now look, before I get started, do you borrow 3 major favors? Please hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's video. This article is coming from CosmicBookNews.com. It is titled Thunderbolts Bombs with $74 million box office. Second worst MCU opening. Now, this definitely has a long way to go to break even. Now, I know I made that mistake by saying that about Sinners, but hey, I could not predict that second weekend and third weekend drop, baby. Right now, Sinners is making money at the box office. As for the Thunderbolts, there is a need for some concerns. All right, as expected, following Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts is the next box office bomb from Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios. Man, stop it. We already know that Captain America Brave New World had a hate campaign against it. However, people did say that nobody wanted to watch a black Captain America in a Captain America film, but yet it seems that Brave New World has outdid that of the Thunderbolts, who stars a cast of Caucasian people. These people need to make up their minds, I swear. Thunderbolts actually scored the second worst MCU opening of all time when you factor in inflation, only outperforming the Marvels. That is bad. It fails to even beat Eternals. I liked Eternals. I did. The flick cost a massive $180 million plus, likely another $100 million in marketing. It will be lucky to hit $400 million unless it has legs. Its second weekend will be a huge test. All right. The trades report that Thunderbolts opened to $76 million, which is right in line with estimates. The foreign gross is also soft at $86 million, which gives Thunderbolts a current $162 million worldwide gross. Monday update. The actuals are lower as Sunday underperformed by $2 million. So right now, the domestic gross for its opening weekend is $74 million. And overseas, it managed to, earn pretty good, or I'll say hold pretty good. It's $86 million, $160 million worldwide at this very moment. All right, let's talk about the numbers. At $74 million, if the film managed to earn 2 times its opening weekend, that would give it $185 million domestically. If it managed to earn 3 times its opening weekend, that would be $222 million. Now, that is best case scenario here. Overseas, 2.5 times that $86 million would give the film $215 million. Thus, if the legs are 2.5, both domestically and offshore, that would be $400 million worldwide. So that seems to be a lock at this very moment. However, if the film earns 3 times its opening weekend overseas, that would be $258 million. Thus, best case scenario in both markets would be $480 million. Or for $180 million budget. Now, I feel that the break-even point should be the same as Captain America. I think they said that Captain America needed $420 million worldwide to break even, and it fell something like $7 or $8 million shy, or $6 million shy of that number. So I would think that the break even will be around 420. That's the new break even point, the 2.5 times its opening weekend. So when it comes to this, I feel that the MCU is in a crisis right now. And hear me out. People want to watch the films that they want to see. That's plain and simple. They need to get back to that identity that they used to have. When you had the Thor trilogy, you had the Iron Man trilogy, you had that of the Captain America trilogy, and so on and so forth. You don't get the same feeling regarding that. You know what I'm saying? Watching the MCU now, you don't have that same structure. Where are the trilogies? Like you started out before. That is what people wanted to see. They don't want to see this breakdown constantly with the MCU, right? They want that same nostalgic structure that you gave us before. And not to mention, you have to pick and choose the characters that you're going to put forth. When it comes to the Thunderbolts, as I said before, this film should have been about Bucky. That's right. The more established character within MCU. Bucky has been in Captain America the Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Helena has been in one project. See, some MCU fans probably feel like, man, look, this is not what I want. And I'm one of them. I wanted a Winter Soldier film. I wanted a film where he was going to lead the team. He was going to be taking charge. That's what I was anticipating, and I did not get that. And it seems that a few people may have felt the same way as I did. As you can see, it came in $2 million lower than the estimates, which typically doesn't happen with a film with this kind of word of mouth. So, in my opinion, this movie doesn't satisfy the appetite fully. Now, in the weeks to come, we will see exactly what it can do. If it has good legs, then who knows? It may even cross over Captain America Brave New World. But right now, I feel that this opening weekend is a statement from the fans towards that of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, let's talk about the name change. Marvel is putting more money into the Thunderbolts by rebranding it to the New Avengers. And I'm like, why didn't you name this film that before? Think about it like this. You take this $74 million for the Thunderbolts, right? And you put the name Avengers in it. This is easily 120, 130 at the least. And I know many people say, look, this was the plan all along. And I get that. I agree. It was the plan all along. That was the point of the asterisk. But it seems like an afterthought. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, hey, man, let's do it this way. New Avengers. You want to reveal the new Avengers and all this here. And you have to understand, in order for you to execute that well, you also have to give us some characters that's going to make us say, wow. And I don't feel like the movie does that. No, this roster does not stack up to that of the Avengers. It doesn't. Helena, right? Ghost, Red Guardian, Winter Soldier, and Sentry. A guy who is mentally unstable and incredibly powerful. So, when it comes to this name change, I ain't rocking with it. You should have just kept it as the Thunderbolts. Lose the asterisk and just keep it as the Thunderbolts. Hey, I would accept them as the team called the Thunderbolts. When they ran out of there, behind that curtain, I would have said, okay, announce them as the Thunderbolts. That works. That new Avengers thing, it just comes off as clumsy and not to mention corny at the same time. If you were going to go that route, that should have been your goal from the get-go. Well, look, this is going to be an Avengers film. Bam! What's up with the mindset over there? Some things are easy to figure out. Many times, as a fan, I see myself saying, I would have done that differently.